kickoff and a cheat behind it, so that's the probably most aggressive kickoff strategy you're going to get, at least that's viable in the meta these days. Power letting their intentions be known early. That's a bad touch. Oh, that's a really bad touch. BDS are going to get an easy goal. Well, everyone on Power wanted to attack here. Like we keep saying, the intentions are clear, but Tarsos wasn't on the same page. Fever was looking to center it to Banana Head. Possible. Tarsos pounces on a loose ball. Monkeyman alone in defense briefly there. Yeah, they're going to need to read each other so well. If they're going to play like this, they have to communicate so effectively. They've done so well here. They're Fever, and they have not slowed down. They're not tilted from the first goal they conceded. They just keep pressing, and with that bump by Tarsos, left Fever uncontested.
Look at that, was a really frustrating sequence for Get Up and try to stop Fever, but he had the height on him. Maybe it has to be Exotic, who usually is that quiet, consistent player, can find those 50s. But here is their Fever. Power, 2 goals up. They're rolling all over them.
Oh, BDS just won a low 50 the ball. Power not having it. Beautiful fake there by Banana Head, just left it. Monkeyman was slowing down. Give Tarsos enough time to react these early challenges by Power. Maybe the first challenge is getting outplayed, but they're forcing BDS early as they just survive again. As the ball trickles back wide at the far post. Good cover, but it's not enough. Monkeyman slots it. Looked like we're going to have a good mid cover there by Fever, but he got dusted to the ball. BDS are back within 1.
Now, a couple of tight opportunities that Power were able to win.
Monkeyman who's long cleared the ball. Fever's got to be careful here. Collects the ball overhead with a reset. Plenty of Power players back as we get into the closing seconds of game 1.
Let's see what they can do. The 50 goes right to the net. Trolley. There might as well not have been a Power player there. And just like that, BDS in control and maybe going to overtime.
Oh, Banana Head thought Fever had another touch. He turned. He thought over-aggressive in that back corner at times, but on this occasion, they found the balance. And they're going to be able to retreat and defend the incoming counter. BDS knocking at the door though. What a fake Drally punches it in. It's BDS who win in overtime in game 1, just like they did when the two teams played 2 days ago. And it's so close, yet so far for Power. Fever just could not get goals.
To figure out, okay, how can we beat them? How can we actually whittle down this defense? It starts with Banana Head on that reset, but like you said, Monkeyman kept the ball close on that save. Now Drally gets the back out. He gets a bump. Exotic's diving forward. They're sending missiles to the net, and they punch through.
BDS so clinical. Phenomenal control from Drally. Flip reset bump, and then another bump as well. Trying to respond accordingly. Trying to help each other out in defense. For the most part, that has worked. They've had some good passing in defense this game to help clear the ball. Now here's Fever.
Nice.
Passes off to Tarsos in attack. Tarsos with a flick from close range. Power are back within 1.
Great job from Fever creating space with a demo and gets that nice touch out to Monkeyman. Monkeyman has to respect the shot on that play, so he has to...
Yeah, the pass there from Fever, not as easy to hit as it looked. Didn't have a lot of boost in the position. Tarsos doesn't have a lot of boost here in defense either, neither does Fever. As Exotic tries to get a shot through. He does enough to bring Drally into the equation. 3-1 BDS. It was just 0 boost all around for Power. At an exact moment there, only Banana Head picked up 100, but it was too late. Still plenty time for Power. They just need to try and look for quality touches. You know, I've loved their passing in the final third. Oh, where's the defense here? That's just going to be another one for BDS. Where was the midfield for Power? As now they trail 4-1. Exotic ceiling pitch into the middle. Monkeyman was there. It looks like Banana Head was demoed. Wasn't able to support the play. All here. Fever and Tarsos. Oh, Drally's nearly own goal. He will set up another Power goal. Perhaps no, it's on the goal line and cleared. I don't believe it, but Power cannot get that second goal. They're all diving in here. Finally, it goes in. Banana Head barrels it through with a double tap. Close to ground level.
Oh, send the house and put BDS down to sea level here. Banana Head, great recovery there, dude.
Going to establish a midfield position.
Fever pushes it through again. He's looked great on these last few possessions, but Monkeyman, again, a controlling touch back to Drally, finds Exotic. Oh, saved and pop back out into BDS. Completely blinded on the smoke screen, but Monkeyman will have him up by 3.
And that should be the game there. All that hype from Power on their last goal that they worked so hard. Dunked on in the back corner, but stayed with it. Made sure to clean up the little mess he made. Banana Head covers the miss, but doesn't get a good clear on the ball. BDS are swarming now from all sides. Air double bump pass leaves Monkeyman on wide open, uncontested. It's 1-0 BDS for the 3rd game.
That touch can't be out the center from Banana Head. None of this happens. If he can bring that ball down.
Now sitting with 0 goals at almost 4 minutes of gameplay.
Monkeyman with control. Power, not a good look for them. Everyone's back in net. Drawley got to steal the boost. He's just has the ball for free. Drawley!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, pops off with the solo play. Beautiful stuff.
I mean, that's tough to play against Drawley. Flips into a reset here.
Wow.
Fakes out the first defender. 50s it through the second one.
Flips under the ball, no power, and it goes through the corner underneath, but BDS, strong rotation here at the end of the game. Get the clear out, and that'll do it. Power eliminated from the Esports World Cup. BDS make it to the top 8 as soon as that ball touches the ground.
Yeah, just not enough discipline in that game won by Power. They were 8 seconds away from winning it, and they conceded a silly goal that they're going to need to go back and discuss.
They don't look like the team they do internationally. To me,
yeah,
I'm looking at Mata. Mata, as soon as things start to go wrong for Team Secret, he starts to panic. And against Gen.G in the upper station,
okay,
KV1, but he was doing this against Gen.G in the upper bracket. It comes down to the rest of the unit picking up with KV1. That's a great drop-off by Brad. That duo has been linking up.
When we say a team's focusing on solo plays, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it is a good way to just get a quick 2-for-1, take 2 players of the opponent's team out of the game with just one of your own. Using a player like First Killer. Oh, what a goal steal by Jack. Unbelievable to get on the score sheet. But really, First Killer did it all himself here. Perfect catch mid-air. Reset. Nowhere near KV1. Immediately recover and then get the ball past another one with a reset. If you're not chaining your challenges together in quick succession and you give him the time to get past everyone, oh, that's a key touch to bump the Chronic as he's going over the bar, but it's not enough. First Killer with a follow-up will make it 2-1. Chronic did well here to get the ball past the defender, and even though he got taken out of the game, First Killer left nothing up to Jack there, slowing the game down with low boost. Masterfully done to take even more time away from Team Secret.
Oh, First Killer, great way to push forward and then change his speed, goes lateral, and apparently Jack goes downfield. Gen.G, excellent work here, but First Killer baiting that challenge in and then going lateral. Excellent work from him.
I mean, it's what we talked about when you've got a player like First Killer in the squad for the rest of this tournament.
Secret have to find a way to make this work. They were no smiles on that side. And
oh, wow.
You can't blame him, but First Killer, half flip, back into possession.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, this is just too easy for him.
I mean, this is why you want to practice reverse dribbling every now and then. It's not for the ball carrying, it's for those half flip flicks. First Killer, pass one. And then once again, there's just no second
Gen.G structure on defense is too strong. But Secret have been able to possess the ball. They get it away from Gen.G as soon as they get back to the orange. But here comes First Killer, gets over one. Free ball for Chronic, off the post and into the net.
I mean, the winning formula is pretty clear, isn't it? Let's just wait for First Killer to, outplay the whole team once again. Little pre-flip into air dribble there. Immaculate control. And how about that for placement by Chronic?
First Killer's doing everything, and they don't have to work.
Well, I mean, it's the same idea, right? You've got First Killer in the pitch. Let's just, play solid Rocket League. And then eventually he's going to create a goal scoring chance. Oh, well, as if they heard us. Apparently Jack and Chronic create a goal without First Killer even in the picture. The difference is Turn and Sirocco back in the day were not at First Killer's level. Jack and Chronic, they really are world-class players. Every ounce of his power whenever he gets a chance to do so.
Yeah, Secret. Again, you get 3 steps forward, you get on the doorstep, but you can't open the door. And finally, KV1 gets his foot in and puts a crack through the threshold. They finally pick up their first.
That's a really good catch mid-air by Mota, and he was covering the ball.
Otherwise, you're done.
Team Secret were able to just do enough online, really, but, whereas they are the consistent team at this level, it's not enough when you're up against Gen.G at their consistent level. Chronic, air dribbles past one, hands off to First Killer, who flips it into the middle towards Jack. With any sort of consistency, and they don't have enough firepower or creativity in offense to find a way through and actually get goals in this matchup. It's Gen.G who win, and Jack's denied them once again, just to keep this one even more one-sided. 2 shutouts to finish the series after one extremely early.
Furia on this mainstream. Yam was actually kind of quiet against Team Vitality. They kept him quiet well, and that was the true difference between them. Will Twisted Minds be able to repeat that trick? They might if Nalpo has something to say about it. That one goes towards SMW, a chance to shoot, and he takes it. The crowd are going to love that.
Set up, though, from Nalpo, going for that low 50 I begged for a little bit earlier on. Underneath Yam, bounce out. Drafinho, an attempted in and out save.
The
does
challenge
get close.
that led to the goal in game 1, so keep an eye on that one.
Lost central to find Drafinho, but 2 defenders up. No one from Furia pushes, so Jan actually, in the end, does manage to push his way through. 50's it on target. The strongest 50 you're going to see today.
Yeah, I mean, I said keep an eye on Jan versus Nalpo, but this one wasn't them. It was Jan versus... I don't know, was it Jan versus Nalpo in the end? After losing a couple of challenges, Jan certainly won that one.
The first lead, the first goal for Furia, and the second goal coming immediately from the kickoff, this time at the hand of Lost.
It's funny how it happens in Rocket League. As soon as one goes in, the floodgates somewhat open. It was a great kickoff there from Furia, going for the demo straight hungry for the ball is Nalpo. There was a boost steal there as well from SMW, I think. So Furia a little bit starved now, and Twisted Minds can do something with this. The demo opens things up even more. Drafinho has to be brave. Oh no, Jan puts it towards his own goal. Nalpo says thank you very much. It's 2-1 Twisted.
I mean, the pressure there from SMW with the demo, and then making it awkward for Jan to do anything with it. Moss
for half a chance. What a strike that is from Jan. Saved by the second goalkeeper. Furia now, though, in the ascendancy.
I mean, Twisted Minds are sending a couple of keepers to each of these saves. If the saves are poor, it's going to be awkward, and that is a disastrous moment for Twisted Minds.
Oh, the own goal of the tournament so far. Whack it in a montage, put it in black and white, and what a finish you will see. This is where Twisted Minds are dangerous. When he gets hold of the ball, when he has some boost to play with, he did there, but Furia were up rapidly for it. They know the danger that Nalpo offers. They know that if they give him too much space, it's not going to happen. Down the other end, though, they are just sweeping away the Twisted Minds defenders.
I mean, Jan up utterly alone there. Every player unable to turn, even if SMW doesn't get bumped by. But I mean, realistically, Twisted Minds, if they look down, they can genuinely do what Zen does. Look to the crowd, get them to cheer for you. I think even if being a little bit introverted, feeling like you don't want to be, you know, having everybody cheer on you and being that team, look at the crowd, man. Even the coach, you know, waft your hand, say to them, come on, you're on our side. Bring us back into this.
Lost up against SMW. Drafinho clears long. It's all the way into the far corner, so Nalpo is able to take a touch, get himself some boost, and beat Drafinho. He's following up as well, you know. Jan's in goal. He just gets the flip reset catch, sends it forward. Mossen rolls it. Love that from Nalpo.
You really cannot ask more from a reset than this. Proper pings off the underside of his Fennec. Then Mossen goes low. We've seen.
Jan shoots by Nalpo. Their individual battle continuing to go to the line. Nalpo wins another one.
I mean, the defense from Nalpo is starting to maybe even eclipse his offense, but the bump is precisely what Furia need. Get rid of the man in net and you get yourself a goal.
All things are even yet again. Nalpo couldn't quite get the follow-up away. And Twisted Minds lose their lead. Jan's kickoff goes as far as Mossen. How Furia would love another kickoff goal this game. They got a couple in the last one. There's a fake. Could be another one. And it is. And they are certainly winning the set-piece game.
I know a certain man in the green room right now is going to be going ballistic at Furia in Game 5, getting this lead. Mossen stays grounded.
Twisted Minds uses the chance to recover. SMW maybe could have stuck that in if it was pixel perfect, but it was unlikely from there. And Jan can clear it away. He has a chance for a flip reset. He gets the flip reset. It's just as good as Nalpo's earlier.
What is with the flubber that these teams have on the underside of their car that pings the ball that far? Bouncing, wasting time, being awkward, being just a right pain. Lost is playing that exact same character to perfection. Still, 2 goals separating these sides.
And Furia attacking all the way to the very end. Here's Drafinho with an almighty roar. This Panther may have killed this series. Oh, the cry face as well. Oh, Lost towards Twisted Mind. They had the experience of winning everything on this very stage 2 years prior. In the end, Furia had too much for Twisted Minds, who fought valiantly. But it wasn't enough, and that's from the coach.
Furia, I said when they walked out, Seiko wanted to kick things off early by linking up with Juicy, the MVP for the major that they ended up taking home.
Well, yeah, it's some early defending to do for Chiefs, but they do so. Jorius gets it past one of them with a dunk, and then there he goes into the net. He's already online.
A one-man army kicking us off. A reception in the midfield, flick over one, and then the low 50. Really seems to be the theme of this land.
Gentleman's gonna have to do a lot more than what we've been doing so far. Seiko is jumping early there. You know, why did he leave the ground that quick? There was no Chiefs players around him. More signs of nerves there for Gentlemates. In the end, it leads to a great pass though, and that shows how quickly these quality teams can turn it around.
142 kilometers per hour, 3-man passing play. absolutely rips it past Jorius.
Consider their options, and they bust out a couple of perfect passes, and suddenly they find themselves back into game one. Who steps up next is Kaka! Chiefs get the instant response!
A homegrown hero, potentially securing game number one, and a dunk. The assist from Jorius. Kaka, right place, right time. Stick to their game plan. Make sure that they stay with this aggressive, non-respect style. Hunter, precisely what that team needs to do, whereas Gentlemates, they need to really just get back to the form that they've been on and bar down.
Oh, it's in.
Jorius, an early screamer.
How does that sneak in? Jorius to the ceiling, follows it up again. The ball thought about going into the back of the net, wiped its feet. Chiefs take yet another lead.
An early lead at that as well. We said about the handicap game one. It's a handicap way to start game two, but Juicy
well played.
With a perfect demo. Doesn't even need an assist on this one. Fully on him, that kickoff perfect. Jorius had a decent amount of boost. Juicy knows, get it on target, get the goal.
Yeah, great play there. Ended up being a comfortable win for Space Station in the end. You have to take these chances if you're Chiefs. Even though you're performing well, you will not be given too many opportunities where the goal is gaping like that.
Going for a bump attempt. Kaka is removed from the floor by Itachi. Juicy again for that second goal. And look at that, just chasing it down. Ball cam off, sees it's on target. Target man acquired.
Nice. They never fear only having one goal to the good. Of course, they won't say no to a second if the opportunity presents itself. An opportunity might present itself here to Chiefs. Hunter goes high. Jorius is sniffing about for a bump. Hunter gets a second touch, and he threads the needle.
He threads that needle through 3 needles. Juicy, he reckons he might have it. Hunter with no boost, then gets it past Itachi, bounces a pixel in that back corner, immediately found. Hunter with 100 boost is going to try and find it instead. He finds his own back corner with 33 boost instead. Kaka central, he's there, the next man! It's Jorius, the savior of OCE.
Unbelievable stuff right now from Chiefs. It was Juicy who bundled forward earlier on, but now Kaka towards Juicy. Here comes Jorius though. Juicy to the side. Jorius stares him down. One clean 50-50. One of these teams will win. It's Jorius' turn. He fakes it. Kaka gets the goal. Jorius shows his genius.
20 seconds and Kaka, a long shot, his own half. The dreams of OCE now resting. Seiko, a save. Now Kaka, backside, 5 seconds for OCE's dreams to come true. Kaka, 1 and 2, a boost steal, keeps it mid towards the goal. It finds its way in, and the Chiefs find victory over Europe's champions.
A sweep from the Chiefs!
BDS just gets a hold of it.
And a little fortunate for Space Station there that 2 went, because that little touch was lovely had a teammate been there for the double tap. But now the push forward from Chicago. Team BDS overextended, and they left Exotic back alone.
And Exotic was trying to figure out, hey, do I have to actually defend this passing lane out to
easily
LJ?
Saved LJ with the boost steal. Chicago landing on the wall, keeping the ball in the zone. Passing off the backboard, LJ gets a piece of it. Demo on the goal line as well. Hoxer couldn't get the block, but still, the pressure is mounting, and it goes in. 0 boost situation. That was all the defense Team BDS could muster.
Boldness from Chicago. Sees 3 people lined up on the net and says, yeah, it's definitely a good start. It's a long way to go. 3.5. I usually feel about 1 minute's pretty good benchmark per goal, so Drolly has shown that they've been getting pretty close to finding a way back in, but Chicago's going to keep drilling it.
Oh, that goes in. There was 2 defenders. Exotic full boost. Monkey Moon's going up on the wall. Monkey Moon didn't have boost to get there.
Smashes it wide.
That's tough. That is that's a lean back in your chair moment right there. But they get it right back, and it's Monkey Moon who scores it. So it forgets that earlier chance altogether, celebrates this one just 16 seconds in.
Wow, the physicality from BDS on that goal.
Miscommunication there. LJ has to dive for that ball on low boost. Contested off the ceiling. Drawley, an opportunity here. LJ also got bumped by Monkey Moon. Just staying behind it, sets it up on a tee for Exotic, who knocks it down.
Yeah, they knew they couldn't force this one here, but Space Station, look at that, 0s across the board on the boost. Great show.
And I'm telling you, Chiefs, that the end of game 1, Team BDS was looking good, but This one quickly off kickoff. LJ slamming it. A perfect back right through the smoke screen. Gets the ball up high. Beautifully done.
The smoke screen makes the
control.
BDS doing a great job really trying to manipulate the timing of these challenges. Stopping, stuttering, slowing it down right before they hit the ball, and finally they catch Space Station jumping with limited boost. They come up empty. They toss a floater up there that they know they can't reach. In Chicago, no other choice, or at least felt like it.
And it was a hard game for Space Station to get through. Kickoff strategy right to Hoxer. Fake kickoff does lead to a shot, and it's a conversion.
Hello.
Sad Jr. making the big bucks from that written up play.
Yeah, Chicago, beautiful kickoff, drawn right to him, and a perfect BDS. And find that demo just like that. Now it's going to force Exotic here to hold the ball for a lot longer.
Trolley looking for Exotic, and they break through finally. The cross-field pass, a low boost pop up from Chicago, proving to be the end of Space Station there. And we'll happily go to Game 3 overtime.
Need Hoxer to start taking some better 50s. He's not playing poorly, but he's definitely not in the right spot.
Kickoff strap. Look at how closely Chicago's following. Look at this. Yes, Chicago doesn't go for the ball. He lets Hoxer. Unbelievable this game.
Oh, yeah. Now's the time I want to get the ball to LJ. I don't care what it is. I want my playmaker to have the ball as much as possible right now.
Give him the old LJ swirly, but Monkey Moon helps stabilize Team BDS. Exotic and Drawley both upfield. That was an unfortunate hit off the ceiling from Hoxer. Couldn't grab the corner boost, does this time around. And we'll get a hand up. And LJ with that boost. Drawley doesn't have enough boost to get there. Looks like LJ powered through. LJ! With an essence of squishy on this goal.
Beauty of a job. Like you said, Drawley can't win the race, and look at the pressure on the net. Hoxer says, get out of the way. I'm going to make sure LJ has only got to beat one.
From LJ. That's exactly what you said you wanted to see, Achieves. Get the ball to LJ. LJ didn't disappoint.
Gotta let your playmakers play, as now he's looking for Hoxer, and he will, Chicago, I misread a name tag, but it will be 2-1 Space Station.
Wow, this game turned around so quickly, it actually bounced off. That is so unfortunate. LJ didn't have any boost, the ball bounced off Drawley and
a lot to play for here for Space Station. 45 seconds, and 1-goal lead feels good, but you know it's not. Can score at any time. BDS about to throw caution to the winds, and Drawley will go through everybody.
You have Exotic, who's threatening Hoxer, making it awkward, and Drawley just stays behind the ball. Looks like Hoxer and Chicago
Great
actually
block on the line. Hoxer trying to keep possession. Nice double tap. At least forces BDS into a slow transition. LJ trying to squeeze it through. Chicago tries to force it. Hoxer's got to cover a lot of ground. He's not going to make it.
Hoxer panicking, recognizing I've got to get back after Chicago lost that 50 so hard. And it's a shot. They equalize after that overtime winner. Hoxer gives up the ball to Drawley. Drawley bumps, stays in the play, goes for the dunk, rebound to Exotic, and that is a goal. Team BDS's pressure, too much to handle, specifically from Drawley.
What a recovery. You get smacked off a challenge, you say, yeah, I'm not done. Up to the ceiling, make the next 50.
LJ maybe had a better line on that.
Hoxer, I think, definitely had to take it. They did have a BDS guy coming right over the top of him, so it was definitely a race, but playable with the demo. Space Station, don't give up, rally right back.
Hoxer lobs it in. There's one demo, there's two demos. Last one alive's Drawley, and he's behind the play. LJ all alone, gets the flip reset first. 50 by Chicago. Hoxer beat to the ball. Speedy from Drawley. And that's just going to go in. Exotic making the most of that win from Drawley. Drawley so fast to the ball.
Now it's a mental game for Space Station. It looks like a bad mistake. You know, Hoxer's got that's a great move. I think if I'm BDS here, I want to play this game as quick as possible. Oh, and then you throw the changeup at him. You're going to get him wasting all the boost. I want BDS to hit the gas pedal as hard as they can, and Monkey Moon will drive one into the top of the net.
We saw Monkey Moon have a similar setup last game. He hit it too straight down into the ground. This time, it was perfect.
Early hole dug is a massive advantage that BDS trying to capitalize on hard. It's not even going to be the best shot, but what other choice do they have but punt it out and hope it's in? LJ, can you reach it? Yes, he can. What a way to fight back.
You see the defender streaking back. Not only is it a difficult read to make, but low boost. Exotic had one small pad he picked up on the way, and that is picking up his own corner. Has LJ in support, but Exotic read that pass attempt.
Knew exactly where it was headed. They know LJ's the hot hand as Drolly denied, and Hoxer, that's so much of the net to cover, couldn't decide which side to go, and again, Exotic with the placement.
Yeah, and this one, to me, is Drolly getting up in the mix, making things happen. Exotic. Try to get back down for a 50. Chicago, bit of a panic hit there. Chicago, though, finds LJ and catches Team BDS out.
Oh, man. You know, I'm glad Chicago's finding these passes across the pitch on his own half. If he starts doing that on the offensive third, maybe these goals will start to feel a little more consistent.
Goes into a 50. Exotic, lovely catch. 50 from him. Down to Monkey Moon, goes to the backboard. Chicago bumped off the ball. Drolly there, and Drolly scores!
That's a brutal hammer blow. Hoxer again can't win the 50, doesn't even get a hand on it. That's what makes it doubly worse. Chicago trying his best to get back.
For a 50, couldn't get a piece of it. Hoxer doesn't have much boost to do anything. Has to go for that low pass. It's pinched and blocked. It's going to be an open net for Monkey Moon, who secures the series, inks the paper. This one is done and dusted in favor of Team BDS.
BDS win a battle here in 6.
Things down on the telestrator. It's the threat of mechanics from Zen, and he's already shown us some with that Musty flinging it down at the defense.
There's nothing wrong with getting people to back off, and it just slips through. First Killer has basically the equivalent of a Sunday stroll into the net for the opener.
And you love to see that from Gen.G. You got Zen who
opportunity
flicks
to prove it to yourself. You made the right choices.
Alpha back down to a 50, and First Killer powers through. Zen misses his touch, and First Killer with no boost, he just knocks it right in easily.
Nice 50 from Chronic. Lets First Killer come through with that speed and aggression. Says, hey, I'm making him work for it. Actually
love
puts
an insurance goal right now. Apparently Jack looking for the bump.
Great.
Zen still gets a touch, and we'll try to knock this downfield. One to beat. It's off the post and in.
Fresh out of the 1v1, Zen dodges the demo, makes the save, goes on transition, and goes for max power out of the midfield.
I mean, he's trying to force that throw. It's a nice rebound opportunity. Flip reset double. Apparently Jack couldn't convert.
Oh, what a block from Alpha. Actually dangerously on target, and that will get saved out. Zen comes through to drive the final nail into the coffin. About to steal game 1.
And watch, Chronic gets bumped. Alpha had flipped ahead into his path and made that so awkward. If Alpha doesn't... Pass over to FK. Jack stealing the boost, low boost for Radosin. Alpha also low boost, but Vitality playing it close. There's the back pass, weak shot, but no one's there. Where was the defense?
Where indeed? Alpha squeezed in the box, and Zen covers near post, and you can see apparently Jack destroys Zen on the way back.
Zen, backflip almost costing Vitality. Chronic up and over. Now apparently Jack with space. He goes for a goal, and he clutches up. Gen.G, despite giving up the lead late, close it out in overtime.
And you see, it's the full speed ahead that forces the defense to freeze and change the pace, and it might work. Apparently, Jack doesn't commit. He decides to play a consistent third man at the midfield line. Yeah, it gives a little breathing room to Vitality, but Gen.G know, hey, we're at half the game, as First Killer will make it happen himself.
And this is such a deadly play where you actually get the ball moving towards net while getting the flip reset, but you used your flip to go ahead. Goes for the goal, but even then you could see him trying to mask what he was going to do, make the defense guess whether it's going to be a flip reset. Ended up trying to go for a double tap, but it just didn't work out for Zen, and now that shot!
Oh my goodness gracious me!
You could give me a protractor in a decade. I would never be able to hit this shot.
Oh, Yo, that one's gotta be in the top.
Old Alpha
lane.
will take over off the ceiling. Has Zen in support. Goes for a late shot. That is not going to beat Gen.G. And now First Killer has a reset. What will he do? The late shot. I mean, he just needs to knock it in. Zen gets deleted. I bet it was apparently Jack. I didn't even see the first time. Oh,
Hey, of course it was. What a call. You knew. You were like, oh, it's that guy. You cannot keep doing this. It has been a dead draw that way, and a draw is not good enough when you're down by 1.
Team Vitality has been cornered. What will they do? Oh, the low 50. Of course, the low 50. It's been working all World Cup long. Why stop now?
So that's exactly what Vitality.
Well, that's a good 50 for Team Vitality. First Killer on low boost. Able to get out. Now an infield pass for Dosen. Shot off the bar. Rebound to Zen, and that will be a goal for Vitality.
You can just see with Zen jumping there, you could feel the targeting computer activate, you know. Okay, they're all out of sorts. Top left, locked in. Have to agree with you. Genuinely a fantastic performance. I think easily the best one out of Jack for quite some time. Maybe quite some time is an over-exaggeration, but Vitality's not done yet.
Hold on. Hit the brakes.
Oh, what a win.
Vitality are not out of this just yet. Already in the air. Alpha keeps it out for now, but that was a lot of time wasted.
Last gasp. What do you got?
Verdosen picked up the corner.
Oh, no.
It's into open space, and that is going to be it. Gen.G sweep Vitality, and they go on into the top 4.
The same thing for Furia. Individually on Team Falcons, anything can happen when these players are on the ball.
The bounce did not work out for Furia. They wanted to move laterally, and instead Roas goes straight down through the gap, and Falcons have the first goal.
And that's the exact thing for Furia that they can't afford. Clean balls coming across the center of the field because you know it has no shot. That one's coming in hot, and a 1-0 lead for Team Falcons.
I mean, it all started with that lost touch. It bounced off the ramp away from the rotation of Furia. And Falcons are going to punish you for one simple mistouch. And the feint clears comes in, and it's 2-0 all of a sudden.
And look at the crowd getting up, swinging, and I mean, again, look at all this space over to TRK. Little cut past the last man, and he sets up Killers.
Half of the field. They weren't really commanding the rotation. Falcons were putting it out into space, covering it up so quickly. I mean, look how fast they were able to get back to these challenges. Now Killers gets to move it forward, and it's 4-0. Absolutely slapping Furia.
And you mentioned Furia slowing down the play, but that's because they have to. Team Falcons is playing so quick, and that's a great pinch from Killers to find Roas. And Roas, I mean, the whole notably was in the first, 20 seconds when Yan had the air dribble from the bump, and had so much space to attack. I mean,
but even then, like, there was no threat on net.
No, he was so far behind. I mean, Falcons have suffocated Furia so much. I mean, this is just dominance.
Wow. Well, if there ever was a statement to be made, this one has an exclamation point, maybe a couple of them. Roas gets one more for the road, 5 seconds left. So now, game 2, TRK gets the ball on the kickoff. Furia need a completely different start here, a completely different look. And they're not gonna get it. Roas gets the challenge. It falls underneath on the right side.
And I mean, exactly where you want to start it, or exactly where you want to start if you're Team Falcons. And this just goes in actually off the defender.
Hold the
Roas
ball.
will get.
As Furia still look for a way out, but every time they find the midfield, they also find a bird. Here's another one, flying right through. TRK off the post, comes right back for more. Oh, the slow roller. The ball almost insults Furia on its way into the net.
And who was in the back of the net here? I mean, I know there's a lot of fakes being thrown. Drafinho, he dove to the far post thinking that
Drafinho jumps from farther back, and they're just diving at every challenge. Here's another clear downfield. That's a great touch. The follow-up decent, but you got to keep it going. Yeah, finally breaks through. Furia, their first goal of the series.
And some life from Furia. It's the counter-attack is where they find their success in this play. Great little touch from Drafinho to Lost to Yan.
He had to work too hard for it. But here, a full field clear in Furia. Everyone had to go back and get boosts. Like, why aren't they challenging the midfield there? They all were refueling after they lost the last 450s. And now TRK takes him underneath, pulls the rug out from under him. 1-0.
Yeah, you want to talk about some 50s. Roas takes one, then TRK plays this one off the wall, puts it all the way through. Drafinho gets a piece of it, but TRK
Furia need to get their back off the ground. and find a way to deal some blows to this team. They've spent so much time on the orange half. Killers with a beautiful touch. Follow-up is gorgeous, and that is another Falcons goal.
And for Furia, things went from bad to worse real quickly. Look at this, touch of the angel from Killers, and another one to beat the defender. It's a free goal after that, and Team Falcons
can do whatever he wants. Square on the nose every time on his 50s. Furia are always playing from a disadvantage. They finally get downfield, 30 seconds left. Pass connects, but 3 committed, and finally Yan breaks through.
And we've seen a couple double commits come out from Team Falcons. Watch Lost go to work here in the corner, first of all. He's got everyone looking at him, but 2 go, 2 jump up. Killer's trying to get back in time. He can't. Rawas with no boost.
Because Falcons haven't coughed anything up, so why is he going to position them?
Why would you expect that? I mean, you can't know, especially in that central last man position. I mean, you can't hedge for that type of play, but how does this go in for TRK?
See, looking, Drafinho giving it up. Yan lost. He grabbed the midfield. Why was Yan on the wall? What is going on? I mean, that is just unacceptable.
Going right back to work with the way they've controlled the midfield and their attacking third. Bumps coming out from Lost, but it's not enough to keep Killers off the ball. And with low boost, will advance down the field, and he'll score! How did Furia let Killers do that?
Well, Killers, he's been too lethal. Drafinho pulls off, and he flips beyond the ball. Killers, he just threw it at him. He said, all right, Drafinho.
It's been the same story in the last 2 games. They go down by 2. If they're following the same pattern, they'll score here. Yan, that's a great pick, and Lost has to put this one. He doesn't get it over. Another shot comes through for Drafinho. Another one from Yan, and just like the last 2 games, Furia finally get back after dropping 2.
Lost is limited in his options here because as he gets to the ball, he had no boost, so he had to put it up high. And Falcons, all of them in net. Canister on the Furia side, but Drafinho's the one to have to clear it out, and he's got no boost.
Yeah, they got nothing. I mean, look at that. They almost had all zeros across the board for a second. And with 20 seconds left, it's the dagger coming out from TRK. Team Falcons have smothered, dominated. They've rinsed, washed, and recycled Furia in this series.
Absolutely, we're not prepared. It's like going into a late game Souls boss without actually doing any of the work to level up. That's what it feels like. Falcons doing their best Souls-like impression here as Yan has 1 more goal, and Furia, it's literally the last breath here.
I think TRK might have thought that one was going to drop, or like the time was going to run out, and he let it trickle in. They're laughing about it. He did get a piece of it. That we see this happen.
I feel like you got a bot kick off it. You got to have a quick follow-up.
He popped it.
Pop it up like that. But you're not first on the ball. Rawas is there, and the rest, as long as it touches the ground, GG, Falcons. Don't just make a statement. They burn the book on Furia. At the start of this game, can they keep that momentum going and keep that belief? We talk about Rocket League being 90% mental. I'm almost willing to believe it's 99% mental. G2, they're as stable as they come when it comes to mentality, and they score first.
Now pay attention to Nas here in the box. He creeps up on it. He pulls off the ball to make that last man bite because he knew
mix-ups. But G2, here they go. Here's Daniel. Oh, he absolutely flubbed the shot.
Just a little wide on that one as well, and a weak shot now. Chiefs return the favor. Placement here matters, and it goes through for Kaka in traffic. G2 caught. Rotating back, and Hunter putting on the pressure. Jorius trying to keep it in the play, and it was Kaka to clean it all up.
He might not be expecting it. Daniel taking matters into his own hands. Tries to show the threat, get them to bite, but they maybe bit a little too hard on the line.
G2, what a great follow-up from Atomic, and I was about to say, G2, their attack is a lot more methodical than maybe what we saw in the last series from Team Falcons. They like to set each other up, individual plays that penetrate the box. You can see from Nas.
But they also haven't faced a lot of pressure from G2. You know, it's like the difference like Falcons in Furia, right? Where Falcons are just taking shot after shot after shot. But it's not the case for G2.
Oh, we got the bump.
They do get one here. Off the bump, it takes G2 getting the whole rotation involved. Atomic finally breaks.
Daniel gets a demo and then chases the last man in Hunter. Atomic, I mean, that's an open goal. Hunter almost got back to it with that flip.
But the change up, and G2 keep having to go out to the sides. Kaka next up, 92 in the tank. Popping it up, he's over 1. Getting it across, and this is the best push Chiefs have had yet.
Man, they just need the final touches on these plays, but he got bumped. Daniel gets bumped into the flick, and he scores off of it. Who was it?
Oh, everything was going right, and then it goes so wrong. Hunter trying to bump Daniel away from the ball.
Offense there for at least 30 seconds or so. Chiefs, we finally got to see them stay in the attacking third and really put on the heat to G2. collecting G2's corners, recycling back into the play. Is that another one going in?
Yeah.
Long range from G2.
Chiefs got demoed, or I don't know who it was specifically. Oh no, Joria's got the demo. Never mind, didn't matter. I think everyone got smoked, so no one saw Atomic going up initially. See, Hunter had to force the ball out into the middle, and you got to stretch, use more boost. And it's not perfect. And unfortunately, G2 are forcing you to be perfect. And if you have to use more boost than you want to, well, that only favors G2. And there you go. Case in point, ball in your net. Atomic puts them up 1-0.
And that's a tough read from Kaka because that one comes so quick off of Nas and just a little late and just too far behind the ball.
Off the wall.
Takes you away from the rest of the field. It forces you to focus towards your backboard where the ball went. And now you don't have the read on the attacking player.
No, Jory flips it up, and finally, Chiefs get one through. It's a little bit of that Hunter-Daniel bump that we saw last game. This time, Jorius gets a little bit of an assist on the flick.
How did we get 2 of those in one series?
Yep. No one able to take it. Hunter has to wait. He attacks Atomic, was following him the whole way through, just couldn't bump Daniel off the ball. Atomic, here he goes with a double lineup. Perfect shot! Atomic with 3 boosts as he takes the touch, and no problems getting into the Chiefs' net.
G2 doing what they came to do. Expectations met here against Chiefs. A 4-0 to continue their journey to the top.